Hi guys, this is Julia from Avalon Rituals, and today I'm going to tell you my 3+1 books that inspired me the most on my spiritual journey. Why 3 and 1? You're going to find out in a bit. One of my first books that I read that inspired me the most and helped me very on the spiritual journey and spiritual growth thing was oh my god, what's the name? In German it's Ich vergebe. The author is Colin C. Tipping, and I think the English title must be I Forgive. And this book came to me when my father kind of broke up with me. Well, that was one of the turning points in my life, and I remember that this was on an emotional level so intense to me. And some of you guys already know that I went through cancer and chemotherapy and all this stuff, which was of course a life-changing experience. 1 year later, the thing with my father happened. Well, and that was kind of more intense and painful than the cancer experience actually. I was in this deep hole and I was begging for help, and I was like, why can't somebody just walk around the corner and tell my father that he's not right and all this stuff and he needs to stay with me. I was very much in the victim position. Then I finally realized that I can't change other people. The only person I can change is myself. And so I thought, right, I have a decision to make. I have two choices. Either I'm going to drown and probably go into depression. I wasn't suicidal at that point, but I was like, okay, this is a tough thing and I'm probably going to drown and probably die if I don't do anything. Well, and the other option was, okay, now I have to change myself, or I can change myself. I'm very glad I picked option number 2, and I did a lot of research, and I started with the inner child healing. I mean, it's a process and it's still not done, I think. That was the moment that I realized that it's so important to forgive, not for the other person, but for yourself, or in this case for myself, to have inner peace, to be in peace with the situation. Yeah, that was number 1. And if you feel like a victim, like someone has treated you wrong and all this stuff, I can highly recommend this book. Book number 2, it was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. There happened something in my life and I was quite confused. I felt all these old patterns coming up. Then I had the feeling, okay, I need some inspiration. And the funny thing is, I know this book for years. It never felt like I need to read this book, and it took like, I don't know, 7 years till I finally read this book. So yeah, it took me quite a few years, and last summer I finally bought the audiobook. And I have to say, I think I needed the time in between to learn other things to get the book. Does it make sense to you? Sometimes I feel like we are not ready for some informations because we haven't been through situations and learned things and all this stuff. And that was pretty much the same with me and the book by Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. Well, and this book was so important for me because at this point I was so much in the past and in the future, and I was like worrying what I have done wrong in the past and why things are now changing in the future. And I wasn't in the moment at all, and my mind was spinning and spinning, and I was thinking and creating horror scenarios in my head, and that wasn't helping me at all. It just made me feel bad. And now I realize what it means to be in the now, and step by step I was getting better. I was practicing this, okay, be in the now, be in the now. I think it was a few weeks or even months later, and I was ironing, and suddenly it was like bam, and I was in the now, and I was like, now I get it. And I think this is quite funny that sometimes the information takes a while to grow. It's like a seed that was planted inside of you, and sometimes it needs a bit to grow. And I think it's so important to be in the now, because that's all we have. I know you've probably heard this sentence 1,000 times, but if you logically think about it, that's all you have. You never are going to be in the future. You will always be in the now. The third book came to me when I moved to Glastonbury. And I've seen the movie, the Celestine Prophecy, like a few years ago. I think it was in 2014. And it was quite nice because you could see the energy and what it means to vibrate higher and higher. And that at some point you vibrate so high that the low frequency, low vibrational beings in this movie, other humans, couldn't see you because you were so high vibrating. And someone told me that I need to read the books because they are actually much better, as usual. Yeah, when I listened to the book last year, I was like, yeah, I know this, blah, 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 blah. But suddenly it was like, boom, again, boom. And I was like, whoa, all right. And sometimes these books help you to get insights that are so simple. Like, it's all about the energy. I remember this was one of the first sentences on my mind that I repeated and repeated again and again, because I was like, fucking hell, of course it's all about the energy. Now I get things and I get my patterns and all this stuff. And one of the biggest things that I've learned in this audiobook was that everything is energy. If you get attention, that equals energy. If you get love, this is kind of attention, then that's energy. And it's just fucking all about the energy. And I mean, we are beings and we are energy. And as a child or as a baby, we depend on the energy and of the caring of our parents. And they say you create these patterns till you are 6 years old. So you have 6 years where you are like a sponge, and you just take everything in and you believe the things that you experience because you can't think about it. And we need energy, and we all know the term, oh my god, I don't have any energy left to do this or this. So fact is, we need energy, and we create the pattern to get energy from others in the childhood. So you might have heard about this, that if a child doesn't get any attention, which means no energy, then the child is creating a pattern that might be a little bit aggressive and be loud and noisy, and then the parents are like speaking loud to the child. Now I have to check this word. Yeah, the word I'm looking for is grumbling or scolding. So, and even if this is not like love and joy and all this stuff, this is still attention. And then I started to observe myself, like, all right, how do I feel? What am I going to get? What am I doing? And all this stuff. And I could feel that when, well, someone I might be interested in wasn't writing or something like that, then I felt this, I didn't feel good. And because of the fact that I was observing myself and knew about these things, about the energy thing, I knew that I feel this way because I don't get the energy and the attention. But the thing that we have to learn is that we don't depend on other people's energy, and that we are responsible for our own energy. I think I've mentioned it in the video before this one. So yeah, this was like mind-blowing. And I had some experiences that I came into a room and I met people and I had the best intentions with doing nothing but just being there. My energy represented something to the other person, which led to that the person couldn't hang out with me. And the good thing is that we all were aware of these things, and that we could talk about these things, and that made totally sense to me. So I realized, okay, this is not about me. It's not because I'm a bad person or not likable. It's just because I'm triggering something for the other person. And that again helped me so much. And this experience kind of healed so many experiences in my past where I thought that people don't want to hang out with me or don't want to be with me because I'm not good enough or whatever. And I was suddenly realizing, oh my fucking god, it was never about me. It was always about the other person, about the patterns they have, about what they've experienced in life and all this stuff. And sometimes we're just like archetypes who are a special type of energy that remember someone on something that happened, and so the old pattern is activated again. But isn't this amazing? Because in this way we help each other to realize the patterns and to grow. Oh my god, I think this is going to be another video, so I better stop this now. But this was all what happened while I was listening to the Celestine Prophecy. It's quite funny that I could experience the lessons in the book very similar in my life, and this is actually what's happening for the guy in the book as well. So this is the third book that was absolutely mind-blowing. And now we come to the last book, which is not really like the others, but and I was like, I don't know if I should listen to this because I don't like putting people into boxes like men are like this and women are like this and blah 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 blah. But someone recommended the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And you might remember, if you follow me on Instagram, that I got this post about this book, and I was totally like, oh my god, you have to listen to it or read it. And it's quite short. Well, and I was like, oh my god, now I know why the person was doing this or that, because it's in his nature. Even I found myself, when the guy is talking about the women, I could totally relate to it, and I hate it. I hate that I can relate to this shit. But I mean, as I've said, it's just a short book, so just listen to it if you feel lost in this man-women stuff. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. I would really like to know, what are your books that helped you on your journey, and maybe you want to explain a little bit why and when the book came to you. If not, that's totally fine. Just leave a comment and say, oh, this book was very good for me, and this. I would so love to hear your books, because I'm almost done with my last Eckhart Tolle book, and I need a new one. So please let me know and share your favorite books. Also, if you liked the video, leave a comment, leave a like, or subscribe. See you next time.